They're doing
and then
a sequel to the film.
Right, and then people I think it actually came out. It didn't do that well.
And then people came out already?
I think so. I thought I saw. I don't
know.
Al
Gore could be the world's first carbon billionaire.
Yeah.
Former vice president become the world's first carbon billionaire after investing heavily in green energy.
Well, no,
companies.
that's okay. That part's okay.
Right.
Because if he's investing in these companies and the companies start making money, which like already solar employs more people now than coal does.
That's amazing. Well, coal. Well, that was one of the dumbest things when Trump became president. They're going to bring back coal. Like, what? How about bring back knocking rocks together to start fires?
No, it's like
the fuck,
it's
man.
As if
coal.
It's as if the typewriter companies got together and made sure you never bought a computer. Like, we're going to make computers illegal because you got to keep using typewriters.
Right, coal's fucking terrible.
Oh,
it's terrible
and
across
you don't
the board.
need it anymore. It's like, it's just. But listen, one thing that you always got to acknowledge is that, like this, when you change infrastructures, people are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For those coal miners, man, that's what they've done their whole life.
Yes.
It's been an honorable fucking thing. And they've, so you can't just sort of be like, hey, we're switching infrastructure. See ya.
Yeah.
There's got to be some deep understanding of navigating, of consequences and helping people who are going to be, train them how to put up solar panels.
How do you feel about universal basic income? Have you ever looked into that?
Oh, yeah. No, I've thought about that a lot.
It's a big thought in consideration when it comes to automation and technology and
with the automation thing, it's so true, right? Because when you think about what's been going on with the last election, and everybody was like, oh, what's happening with blue collar people, workers, and which is totally true, but like, man, it's not China, it's automation, right? And that's what what really is going to screw up the whole nature of work, for everybody from truck drivers, even to me, to university professors, is we got the AI, the automation coming on. And what do you do? What do you do when there's no more work?
Being a university professor is one day going to be retro? That kids are going to want to learn online? They're going to want to learn through some sort of an interactive course so that you can get on your phone rather than go to an actual physical place?
It's possible, it's possible, but I think, and this is going to be the whole question with the new economy, or whatever happens, whatever we're moving into, is finding those places where, I don't want a machine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So right now, like, when the MOOCs came out, the massively online courses, that was like 5 years ago. Everyone's like, that's it, universities are done. Everybody's going to take these online courses. And it never happened, because people want to be together. They want to learn. They want the experience of having, part of my students, it's not just lecturing, though I'm a great lecturer. I don't know. My students are probably like,
I bet you are, man. You're a good talker.
I had one student say, the reviews you get at the end, the guy said, hey, I hate to say this, but, you should make those tapes for people to go to sleep because every class, your voice put me to sleep. And he meant it in a nice way. He's like, you have a nice voice,
Oh. That's passive aggressive for sure.
So
little fuck, whoever it is.
I think people will always, with education, there'll be some component of it that, sure, you can learn it online. But I think we're gonna have to. There'll be a place for like people coming in and like learning in groups and having somebody who like has spent their whole life studying the thing, telling you. What's going on. Right. Like there's a lot of things where like, and we've lost a lot of this mentorship, right? Or apprenticeship, right? There's a lot of things you need somebody who who spent their whole life going, oh, you crank it this way, not that way. Because if you crank it that way, it'll never work,
Right.
You can't learn that from watching a video or something. So
yeah.
It's like,
well, there's certain things, martial arts, which is a big part of my life. You have to learn from a person.
You got to have
tiny things that they must show you while you're doing it. But you can learn a lot of things from videos.
No doubt.
There's a lot of things that people are putting up online, instructional courses and stuff. And
I use some of them, if I have to fix my sink, I'm like, okay, how does this work?
Oh, for sure, man. It's kind of amazing,
Yeah. So, I think like with everything, so let's circle back to the UBI. Like with everything, we're going to have to invent new ways. We will, because we're just human beings. Like there's a way in which we're going to find, niche places that there will be economies where people make things. But in the end, UBI may be necessary.
Yeah.
I think it may really be necessary because if there's no work, that's a recipe for disaster, for your democratic society.
Yeah, I just hope we can move past this idea that everybody who needs that is some sort of a welfare brat.
Yeah, right. Well, once there's no work at all, they're gonna, because this is the thing that I like with self-driving cars, right? So I ask this question a lot, and I've written about this. Sort of like, okay, everyone's like, we got to have self-driving cars. We're heading towards self-driving cars. Like self-driving cars will destroy the last good blue-collar job in America. Truck driving, right? And that's a really good livelihood for a lot of people. And it's like, oh, we're just going to eliminate it. It's like, why? Like, do we have to? Like, okay, yeah, you're telling me there's going to be
safety's sake.
That's what they say, right? But until it's not entirely clear, right? That will work. And what are for the lives that are lost in the driving? I mean, the car crashes. Is that going to be worth the social upheaval that comes from not having any work anymore? So I mean, just like there are these huge issues bearing down on us.
Yes, if it's your friend or your mom or your loved ones, or
but these are the kind of calculus. I mean, if it tears down, if wiping out these jobs destroys democracy. Right, and you end up with that fascism.
Seems silly though. That doesn't seem possible. I just think that what it's going to do is going to make travel safer, and then we have to figure out these jobs that people got from traveling. How do we replace that income?
Yeah, right.
Well, one of the things is we're gonna have to start teaching kids to be creative.
Yeah. Well, that's the niche stuff. I think there's going to be places where, like, now you'll have. So listen, I'm not arguing that we shouldn't have.
No, I know you're not. You're just looking at all the variables.
Yeah, and I'm asking, like, we're moving so rapidly into this new world, right? That, like, who's deciding for us? Who's deciding that we want car? I mean, we're told that we're going to get it, but like, a lot of these things, I think there needs to be a little bit more dialogue. It's a democracy, right? Instead of having this stuff shoved down our throats and told like it's the best thing ever. I mean.